Line number 8 here. We're going to say a very good morning here to Liberal candidate Mark Wadden in the provincial riding of Humber West. Mark, how are you?
I'm doing well, Randy. How are you?
Good. You ready to go?
I think I am.
All right. When you clear your throat.
Sure.
I'll clear mine. All right. And I'm going to hit the button. And whenever you're ready to start, Mark, you go right ahead.
Okay. I'm Mark Wadden. You're a Liberal candidate in Humber West. Tomorrow is voting day, and while it may only be a by-election, it's a very important one. Not only for residents of Humber West, but for the people of Newfoundland and Labrador. This by-election is all about giving voters a choice, not just tomorrow, but for the next election and beyond. It's about making elections matter again, and it's about making the House of Assembly more relevant. It's about bringing accountability to a government that has forgotten the very meaning of the word, and it's about electing someone with the experience and energy to make things happen. Over the past several years, Newfoundland and Labrador has changed in many ways, some ways for the better, and others a little less so. Oil revenue has made our province wealthier, and in certain parts of the province, the economic benefits of that industry are undeniable. But some of the changes in recent years aren't as good a story. In a place where opposition is muted, where the legislature rarely sits, and where questioning the government is actively discouraged, we now have an accountability deficit in this province that has grown bigger and faster than our fiscal deficit. And Randy, I'll pause for my remarks here just a moment to respond to comments made on your show just a little while ago by the Finance Minister. And frankly, it reinforces the point I made from day one of this campaign. The ACAP forum last week wasn't even a debate. It was a question and answer session where members of the public, including members of Tom Marshall's district, by the way, sent questions in by email, which were then read out by a moderator and answered by candidates in turn. Randy, you can watch it on TV tonight, and your viewers can too. I believe it's still airing on Rogers. But if not, I'll add a few more clips to my website at www.markwadden.ca. But to suggest that for a cabinet minister from this area to suggest somehow that a public forum, one that allows the public to ask questions, is biased or unfair is exactly an indication of the kind of legacy that this PC government has left in this province. You know, it's a wonder that Mr. Marshall hasn't taken everyone's name of who attended and added them to his growing list of government traitors that they keep in Confederation Building. But it's exactly this kind of behavior that has to stop in this province. Randy, you felt the brunt of this sort of attitude yourself on more than one occasion, as I recall. And it's this kind of childish bullying behavior that has to stop. And it's exactly the kind of thing that motivated me to run in this race in the first place. And I'm glad that the Finance Minister was willing to get on the air and justify my motivation again this morning. The voters I met on the doorstep understand this. They know that developing good public policy requires more debate, not less. They know the only way we find good answers is by asking one another good questions. And they know that without a credible alternative, without opposition, and without debate, issues that matter to them will continue to be ignored. And what are those issues? Some people say they aren't hearing any. Well, I am. There's a growing divide in this province between those who have a secure retirement income and those who have none or very little. There's a similarly growing divide between those who can handle the increased cost of living in this city and those who simply cannot. This is particularly true for students, for single parents, and people seeking a short supply of housing in this area, and for seniors who are struggling to maintain their family homes. We've fallen further and further behind other provinces in addressing these issues despite our newfound wealth.
Got to wrap.
Thanks. You can learn more about my campaign. I may have run out of time, but I wanted to get those comments in. You can visit my website at www.markwadden.ca, and I really hope I can count on your support tomorrow. Thank you. Mark
Wadden, Liberal candidate in the district of Humber West. Thanks for this. Good luck the rest of the way.
Thank you, Randy.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye-bye. All right, and just to let you know, Vaughn Granter, we can't reach you. Megan is having